Hey, welcome to Slow Twitch. How are you guys doing?
Great.
We're doing awesome. Thanks, Herbert.
Have you had your morning coffee already?
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Trevor is at his most talkative.
That's great. But how long have you guys been up? It's about 8:40 your time?
Yeah, I mean, we typically wake up around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, so an hour or so. Usually by this time, we're getting our first workout going.
But
One of the
no,
luxuries of doing this full time is we get to sleep in. We don't necessarily have to hit those 5 a.m. pool times.
no, that makes sense. Who wants to have a 5 a.m. pool time? At
Yeah,
least.
not me.
So what's on your schedule? What's on your schedule today?
Today for me is a double run, so the morning is going to be a little bit longer, an hour 15, with a good hard section in there, and then a swim midday, and then an evening run. And I think
Yeah,
you probably have the
I have
same
a
thing.
similar thing.
So, but then do you run at the same time or do you keep those completely separate?
We start our runs together, but we won't, run the same pace or go necessarily the same exact place. But we usually initiate our workouts together, and then so we'll run together this morning, then go to the pool, and then probably do a treadmill run at the pool
Yeah,
after.
we're up in Canada right now, so I mean the roads are a little bit. I mean today they'll be fine, but we've had a couple good snowfalls, so it really depends on what the roads are doing, whether or not we go to the treadmills or not. But I think today outside I'll be fine in the morning, and then treadmills
In,
this afternoon.
the treadmill is actually a good question. Do you in general like actually running on a treadmill, even if just in terms of being able to control what you're doing?
Yeah, I think it's true for both the trainer and the treadmill that they're really controlled workouts, and you can, hit a pace time. And sometimes, especially if you're lacking a bit of motivation, you just crank the thing up and go, okay, I gotta I gotta stay here. I gotta do this elevation or slope. So yeah, it works
Yeah,
well.
I mean treadmills are good, especially when you're tired too. I mean, like she was saying, you don't want to go slower than last week, so you set it at that speed, that incline, and you're kind of forced to do that. So in that way, they can be good. Yeah.
Um, in terms of your workouts, you said you had a lot of snow, so is snow shoveling part of the routine now?
Yeah, unfortunately, my dad has a snowblower, which we pulled out yesterday for the first time, so that's kind of handy. But definitely there's some manual shoveling required too, and that gets old pretty quick.
So do you
Yeah, we
feel?
try to we try to limit it, but you kind of have to clear the driveway, or it just turns into a big thing of ice. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's half an hour; it's no big deal.
Do you feel those during the swim sessions at all, or are you not working hard enough with the snow?
No, I did actually feel my shoulder a little bit, but don't tell my coach.
No, but hey, if you had to do the snow shoveling, that's out of your control, right? It's
Yeah.
nature taking over.
Although he would say we should be in San Diego right now, not in Canada. So
Okay, so I guess San Diego has its advantage along those lines for sure. What's talk about what's going on for you in the next couple of weeks? What's next?
Our first race coming up in 2013 is the Panama 70.3. So that is January or February 4th.
yeah, 4 weeks from now. Training's been going really well. I mean, we had a great month in San Diego with the triathlon squad. We've been up in Canada now for 2 weeks, and I mean, a lot of it's been indoors. All of our riding has been indoors, but it's been really focused riding. So I think going into Panama, we'll be ready to race well, and then
And then
after
I'm going
that,
to Abu Dhabi for that race there in March. And again, partly we have to be up here a little bit just to get our time in Canada for BC Health and all that. But really, Abu Dhabi is 200K of flat. So actually, trainer rides are really quite good for race simulation there, as opposed to the real steep up and downs in San Diego, and it's difficult to do some really steady riding there. So yeah, so I'm actually really happy about the way the training's going for that type of riding.
yeah, and then once Heather's back from Abu Dhabi, we'll head south and probably stay there through mid-May and do uh,
Oceanside, St.
Oceanside, New
George.
Orleans, St. George, and then Heather will hit Ironman Coeur d'Alene. It's her first kind of major Ironman of the year.
In terms of living in a house versus in a trailer right now, or a camper, I should say, do you kind of enjoy the time that you're actually in solid four walls, or does it not make much of a difference?
Yeah, I mean it makes a difference. I mean Heather's parents they took their RV and they're south now, so we're house sitting for them. And it's nice to have a house all to ourselves, especially when it's really cold out.
It took
Um,
us a week to like expand our territory from like one small corner of one room. Now we're starting to like spread out to actually use a little bit more of the space,
yeah.
which took a while. But I mean, the biggest treats are having a lot of counter space in the kitchen, like just to sort of spread out and cook easier, and just having like
A proper bathroom
proper
is
bathroom.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We've been in the RV now for 4 years. We moved in there in the end of 2008, and then we're full-time triathletes in the RV early 2009. So every once in a while we get breaks and stuff, but this is definitely like kind of the longest period where we've just not even had anything to do with the RV. We've moved all our clothes out of the RV. We cook it outside the RV now too. So yeah, I mean it's a change, but it's nice. Yeah.
do you think that maybe if you're gone long enough that you may actually look forward to be back in the RV, or do you think you may loathe it that now you've gotten used to kind of the casual home living?
No, you know what? I find I end up looking forward to it, actually. I like the simplicity of it, and it's just nice to be able to spend a good part of your day outside. I think with the RV, it was always, I guess, because the living space was so small. Like here, you can spend half a day and be like, oh, I haven't been outside yet. And that wouldn't really ever happen in the RV. And so, yeah, I don't feel right now like, oh, God, I'll never want to get back into that thing. But
No, yeah, I mean it's good. I think the great thing about the RV too is we can just go wherever we want. Um, it's easy to just say, yeah, let's go and stay a couple nights at this place and do some good rides and runs there, and then come back to kind of our home base. Whereas here, I know we spent some time here in the summer as well, and the training runs and the rides they get pretty monotonous after a few months. Having to do the same routes all the
Right.
time. So that's the biggest thing with an RV.
But in terms of the advantage obviously is as well, you know where you are and you know what you can do versus if you go to a new place, you have to kind of figure out the routes, and I find that personally always a little bit difficult when you get to a new place, figuring out where can you run, where can you bike, or do you
yeah,
have your routes down
And
by
that
now?
that was yeah, that was a challenge for the first year or two in the RV, but now we don't really venture out into the unknown all that much.
so they're new places, but they're places we've been to before and have scoped out the routes, and we know that we like and have good training venues and stuff, kind of thing like Coeur d'Alene and St. George and uh, areas around Mesa, Arizona and stuff.
Cool. Hey, let's go back to 2013 season. Anything new on the sponsor front or anything exciting going on?
Yeah, there's something exciting going on. We can't really talk about all of it just yet, but a lot of our 2012 sponsors are back with us. Saucony, First Endurance for sure, Manitoba Harvest as well.
They're a hemp food company from Canada, which we're really excited to be working with. We have a brand new webpage, www.teamwurtele.com, and everything's up on there, along with some pretty cool pictures from a Canadian photographer named David McComb. So, yeah, you can find out all our sponsor stuff on there.
Excellent. Hey, listen, listen, no, it's good. On another note, I read on your blog, actually on your new website, that you describe yourself as being grumpy at times.
Yeah.
Now, I have never seen either of you being grumpy. Is it just a question of timing, or can you explain
I
that?
think I think we're good at turning the grumpy mood off when other people are around. When it's when it's just us, we kind of we can get a little grumpy and
I mean, we're grumpy daily. If we're finished a workout, we really need food, and haven't yet ingested the calories that are required. There's like a grumpy phase happening every day. But when you're doing a big training block like we did in San Diego, where it's a month of 3 workouts every day with a group of people, so you have to be committed to meeting at a specific time and all these things. All those things can just you're working really hard and you just get kind of cranky. But I always joke that overtraining is the closest guys are ever going to ever come to understanding PMS. It's like when guys are working really hard and you're kind of irrationally emotional and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you just can get a little bit grumpy.
Yeah.
That's,
We keep it under control though. Nothing violent.
that's good. That's good. Well, listen, guys, it's really good chatting with you guys, and we can maybe catch up with you like during the summer sometime, see where you're at and how your season is going. But for now, I wish you a wonderful day. Hopefully, not too much snow shoveling, and we'll talk again soon.
No.
All right.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Cool. Thanks, Herbert.
See ya.